Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Looking at SPY on the daily and weekly time frame and getting a bit repetitive with these SPY videos because these bulls are extremely strong and they are showing no sign of let up at this point, so there is no reason to fight this trend. We can anticipate that there will be normal healthy consolidation in the short-term future, but until we see it, there is no reason to be looking for a top or looking to play this pullback. Bull is the direction, and day after day since the election, we have now seen 3, 6, 9, 11 days in a row with a higher low on the daily time frame. That is an extremely strong uptrend, and this is certainly one heck of a V-shaped bounce since the election. So we closed at the high today, low volume, but fairly high considering it was just a shortened holiday day here. But on the week, you can see this declining volume. We can't look too much into that because of the holiday week that we did have. So normal trading will resume this coming week. The RSI on the daily is above 70 for the first time in a very long time. But when you are in blue sky breakout land with all-time highs, the RSI becomes much less important in terms of looking for overbought conditions. So the weekly time frame, we are also breaking out. We're going to see a bullish MACD cross begin to follow through next week. And look at the last V-shaped bounce. Look what happened after Brexit. A month of straight upside above the upper Bollinger Band on the weekly. We're now 3 weeks into this move, and we'll see if it continues into next week. We closed very strong at the end of the day today. We'll look at that on the 5-minute chart in just a moment. So the all-time high, 221.56. Then we're looking at 222 psychological and uncharted territory for the bulls. So SPY on the 5-minute time frame, there was never really any doubt as to who was in control today. It was a pretty controlled day in terms of volatility. I think SPY in the first hour of trading had a 28-cent range or something extremely small. But we pulled back initially, held the 20-period moving average support. Bulls showed up, and then the higher lows and higher highs continued. Look at this 20-period moving average. It's pretty much like this was the signal the entire day to say, okay, consolidation is done, time for the bulls to show back up again. So it happened here. We bounced off of it. Bulls testing it again and again and again and again and again. Look at that end of the day volume run up. We closed at 1, remember. And then even after hours, bouncing off that 20-period, bouncing off the 20-period, holding those support levels and looking strong the entire day. And that volume certainly a good sign heading into next week for these bulls. So looking at the hourly time frame, still in full control. Exponential moving averages holding. The 20-period is still catching up. That's down in the low 221s. Hourly RSI is 74. That can cool off pretty easily in pre-market or after-hour conditions. But right now, the bulls are in absolute full control heading into next week. And the first signal that I'm going to look for to indicate the bulls are no longer in control is a loss of the 20-period hourly support, but even then we have lost it a couple times on this uptrend. So the more convincing thing for me is going to be a break of the higher low pattern on the daily time frame. So the low of Friday was 221.01, and if we were to break that level, that would be the first break. And there is a gap here now to watch at 220.76. This is the first gap that has not been filled on the way up, although there was a gap back here on November 4th. At 209.89, obviously, we're nowhere near filling that. But if we start to see a more significant pullback, we will be aware that that gap is present. So bulls in full control. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.